Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Friday, December 16th. We have an informative show for you today. First, we're on location at the Steele County Food Shelf, and we'll be meeting the new director there, Nancy Ness. And then later on, we'll be on location at Wagner's Lunch. We'll be visiting with the owner, Dan Kubista, and we'll hear all about the Youth Pool League. Owatonna Today at this time recognizes its sponsors. The Owatonna Today Show thanks the following sponsors of this program. Our premier sponsors are City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities. Our primary sponsors, Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Anytime Fitness, Fairway Foods, Little Theater of Owatonna, Owatonna Foundation, United Way of Steele County. Our interlude sponsors, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Cedar Valley Services, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson, Branstead and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Owatonna Area Business and Development Center, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, Tri-M Graphics, and TPS Insurance. We hope you will support these fine Owatonna businesses and that support the Owatonna Today Show. Please say thanks to them when you see them out and about. And the Owatonna Today Show is able to continue because of their support and sponsorship. We are always looking for more sponsors of the show, so if you are a business and would like more information about becoming a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show, please contact our producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. Leanne would love to hear from you. We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll see you down at the Steele County Food Shelf, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
United Way of Steele County has kicked off the 2016 campaign. This year's corporate campaign leader is Go for Sport. Our goal is $700,000. Be part of the change you want to see in the community. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We are on location at the Steele County Food Shelf, and we're here talking with the incoming director, Nancy Ness. And thank you for having us, Nancy.
Oh, thank you for being here today.
Now, for those who may not know you or haven't had the opportunity to meet you yet, would you please share a little bit about yourself?
Well, my husband and I have 5 children together. I have 3 boys. He has 2 daughters, so we're practically the Brady Bunch, but not quite. So it's a very busy household around the holiday season. I'm an avid rock hound and love to go rock hunting, and I've been rock hunting all over the world, and it's one of my passions and one thing I love to do. And I kind of had been bothered about that a little bit. What are you going to do with all those rocks? So I decided to become a silversmith. So I'm also a silversmith and like to make jewelry. And I cut my rocks and polish them, and so it's a great hobby to have.
So you're one of these avid collectors that I bumped into up on the North Shore.
Yes.
Looking for agates, right?
I'm surprised you didn't see me there.
And you work with those as well?
Yes.
Oh, so that's interesting.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what do you like to do for recreation too, besides your hobby?
Well, we do a lot of kayaking and boating together. My husband and I and several of our friends. spend a lot of weekends out on the river. And then, of course, we're collecting rocks while we're doing that. But we like to hike a lot as well. So.
Anything in the winter?
I used to do a lot of skating and skiing, but I'm too old for that now.
Yeah, the knees and things like that. We have to move. We adjust.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about the food shelf a little bit. When did you decide you'd be interested in pursuing the directorship?
Well,
how did that come to be?
This summer, I told my husband one day that I just needed something more out of a job. I just didn't feel like I was getting any reward from what I was doing, and it was important for me to do that for the rest of my working career. So he agreed. He said, go for it. So the first day I started looking for jobs, this was the very first job that I saw.
Wow.
And it was practically meant to be. So I applied for it right away, and the rest is history. Here I am.
What did you do before you came here?
Well, just immediately preceding this, I worked for a company called Sputtering Components here in town. I was the IT and the communication and marketing manager for them, and I'd been there for 7 years. Prior to that, I'd been at Federated Insurance. But in my past life, I had been worked at the American Red Cross in Jefferson County, Illinois for several years. So I've had some experience working for nonprofits before and really knew that that's where I wanted to come back.
Well, good. I'm sure they're glad to have you.
Oh, it's exciting for me to be here.
Now that you're on board, explain to us the transition that'll be going on this month.
Well, hopefully our clients won't notice anything different. We really want it to be smooth for them, for us as well. I have a lot to learn from Stormy. Gosh, when you're with someone that's been here for as long as Stormy has, there's just so much that she just knows naturally. So to pull that out of her will be interesting, and then to work directly with Alonzo Hernandez, who has been our general manager for, I believe, 14 years. He also has a wealth of information that he'll be able to share with me too. And hopefully with my experiences, I can bring in some new perspectives and some new ideas as well.
Thus far in the transition process, what has most surprised you in a positive way about the Steele County Food Shelf?
I think how nice everyone is here, how welcoming the volunteers are, and how grateful and appreciative the clients are. And when people come here, it's just it's a great environment to be in. And I think that's part of what is so wonderful about this organization. People just don't mind being here, and we just service our clients as well as we can.
What would be some of your goals so far that you think you will have for the Steele County Food Shelf?
Well, I really want to get to know all of our volunteers within the first 30 days. I want to get to know all of our clients within the first 30 days. Hopefully very soon I'll be able to meet all of our corporate donors and some of our more regular donors. And I really want to get the information out about what kinds of things the food shelf is doing currently. We have a mobile food shelf that will be implemented the beginning of January, so we can talk about that as well, but that's pretty exciting and will be something that we're going to transition into very soon.
What would a mobile food shelf look like from what you know?
Well, it's actually very mobile. We're buying a van. It's going to be called Meals in Motion. We're going to have the van decorated with lots of healthy, nutritious foods. We have several sponsors of this organization, and we will actually be going out to some of the local communities, Medford, Blooming Prairie, Ellendale, trying to get some of those folks that can't get to our brick and mortar facility. And there will be other places within Owatonna. There will be shut-ins that we'll try and identify and go to them and actually take those groceries to them.
So almost mirroring what now a lot of our big box stores do.
Yes.
Because you're here at Cashwise, Hy-Vee here in town. They have you can call in and have them shop for you.
Yes.
So would that be basically the same concept?
It's the same concept, only this will, of course, be items that have been donated and at no cost to the clients.
How do you see the screening process for that working?
It will go exactly the way we have it here at the brick and mortar. So they'll go through the same process, they'll have the same criteria that they have to meet, And hopefully we'll just get to some of those folks that haven't been able to get to us before.
Ideally, and still in the transition process, what would be something else you'd like to see? Here at the...
Well, we also have a new database. I think there's some technology things that I would like to see updated a little bit so that we can run things a little smoother from my end. I kind of come from technology, so to me that's important. And so hopefully we can make a few changes there just to simplify things a little bit.
And you said, I heard in your description, past job description, you have some marketing experience.
I do.
So are you looking forward to all those opportunities as well?
I think there's so much that hopefully I can bring to this organization. Even my work in the corporate field, I believe I've got some great experiences that I can bring here too. So.
Have you participated or been a patron of the Hometown Sampler in the past?
Yes, I have. I've tried to attend every year. I would never get up on stage and sing, so hopefully they won't ever ask me to do that, but I will be there and have been there.
And being in industry and now being here, what do you see the future of food shelves here? In this county and across the state and U.S., as a matter of fact?
Well, one of our goals is to mitigate the reasons why people need the food shelf. And if we could eliminate the need for us, I think that would be great. But I don't see that happening. I think it's a wish that will never come true. But in the meantime, we will certainly do what we can to give our clients and give those that need the food and other personal care items, give those to them in a meaningful way that is deserving and helpful to them.
Now, will you still network and be a part of communicating with other nonprofits in the area, such as Transitional Housing, Salvation Army? Shed a little light on how you think you'll work together there.
Well, I believe that Stormy has laid the groundwork for that, and along with those other organizations. So we have actually two main groups. There's a Healthy Eating Coalition that is involved with several of those groups. We get together often and talk about what can we do to implement change within the communities within Steele County. So that group is very important. And then we also have another group with all the nonprofits that come together and talk about what's going on, what are each of the individual organizations working on, and so we can keep everyone informed of what changes are occurring, and so that you would know what services we provide, and I would know what you provide as well. So.
If someone's first stepped in here and then you found there was further need, then you recommend, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So are the hours going to stay the same?
The hours will stay the same.
And what are those hours?
Yep, Monday and Wednesday we're here till 5:30. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday we're here till 3:30, and then Saturday morning we're open till 11:30.
And for right now, it's the same screening process, so
exactly the same.
So, and nothing will change.
Yep. In January we go through all the rescreening process again. So
great. And if someone wanted to just come down and meet you, would that be something you'd welcome?
Oh, that would be great. I would love to meet them.
And so you're here now through forever? Or?
Yes. Well, probably not through forever, but
yeah. Okay.
I'll be here for a long time.
What about volunteers, Nancy? Are you looking for more volunteers?
We are always looking for new volunteers.
Okay.
Especially with the mobile food shelf coming in, we're going to need to pull volunteers from those outlying communities as well, which is something we've never really done before. So we'll be actively going out and trying to recruit new volunteers.
Well, okay. Well, we'll glad to hear more as it comes up,
yes.
And we look forward to your future here with us.
Well, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Hi, Brad here from Owatonna Senior Place. Our goal at Senior Place is to involve, enrich, and empower adults 50 years of age or better to live as independently as possible in our communities. We do this by promoting wellness through recreational, educational, and social opportunities, as well as being a referral source for services available within our area. Activities and programming at our center emphasize creating and maintaining independence in all phases of life. Come see what Senior Place has to offer. Live full, live well, and live long.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. Hi,
Hi, I'm Betsy Linger from the Owatonna Foundation. Your generosity has made Owatonna a better place to live by benefiting our community, the arts, recreation, and education. Please consider a donation today. The Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
At Triumph Graphics, we think beyond ink. That's why you should make us your source for creative concept, design, print, mail, and web. Check us out today at triumphgraphics.com.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're on location today at Wagner's Lunch, and we're here talking with the owner, Dan Kubista, and a friend of Dan's, Sean Vietz, which we'll get to why Sean's involved in the interview as well. But Dan, thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for coming down.
And where is Wagner's Lunch located?
Right downtown Owatonna, where the old theater used to be. We're right across from Flooring Frenzy. There's a plug for them, but they're good people. And right downtown off of Cedar Street, down from Central Park.
There's a lot of fun that goes on here at Wagner's Lunch, but first of all, let's talk about Wagner's Lunch. You have a new front going on in the building. Why don't you share about that?
It's been a long time coming with the Historical Society, and we redid the front and storefront, store back. We're trying to make it more accommodating for people to come in without losing the ambience of Wagner's Lunch. We're trying to eliminate the old drab, dreary pool hall theory and brighten it up a little bit.
And the windows really do look great. Love the door, too.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what's offered here at Wagner's Lunch. Do you strictly do lunch?
We do right now. With pool leagues, we're open 2 nights a week. Otherwise, we just are here 7:30 to 4 every day except Sunday. My wife told me I had to take a day off. So all we do is like simple menu, burgers, fries, real basic stuff. We don't do anything special. We just try and be good at one thing. And so far, I think we've succeeded. So we hopefully more people will come down and enjoy it.
Well, I saw you had a couple of breakfast items. Are you open early?
We are. 7:30 we open up in the morning.
Okay. Dan, just share a little bit about yourself, who you are, and about yourself here in Owatonna as well.
Well, I'm born and raised in Owatonna. Went to Owatonna High School, graduated from Owatonna High School. Used to hang out down here as a kid, never thought I'd own it. My brother came across one day and just said, hey, we got an opportunity to go into business, you want to do it? And I was working at Sherwin-Williams at the time, and before I turned 21, I said, sure, let's do it. My twin brother, myself, and my brother Mark, and now it's just me. I got the other ones, I kind of bought them out, so the rest is history. I started out hanging out as a kid, and now I've been here almost 27 years. We
want to get on to about what else happens here with the youth pool and adult pool leagues, different things like that. But first, you mentioned the word history. Share a little bit about the history of Wagner's Lunch.
It used to be just, I remember as a kid coming up, it's just cigars on both sides of the building, and then a massive candy area, which you'd come in just to load up on candy. And that was before my time, but when I was a kid in the early 70s, we used to come in when they started serving hamburgers in 51. They started serving hamburgers in town, and Walt Wagner originated it, and he had it up until 11 years previous to me. So I just wanted to keep an Owatonna tradition going that I enjoyed as a kid coming in, and I'm hoping more people and more kids can enjoy it as long as I'm here.
So how long have you been here at Wags?
Be 27 years.
And how long have you been involved with the pool league?
25.
All right, let's go to the pool league. What made you want to start that?
I just as an adult, I was in the adult leagues before that. I started when I was 21, and there was nothing for kids to do downtown, and I kind of wanted to get rid of the bad rep of letting kids come down here and hang out and have fun. So I just started asking kids, you guys like pool? Let's get something going. And some pool players that I play pool with, their kids at the time, the Thompson kids and all that I said, let's get something started. and we started a program that consists of a national tournament at the time. So they had to qualify in a league to qualify to go to this big tournament, and all these kids wanted to go, so I started up a league, and the rest is history. We started up with four kids teams at the time, and that was the equivalent of maybe 8 to 10 kids. And we were in the basement of the Kaler for the first tournament, the national tournament, and there was only 26 teams. Now there's anywhere from 300 to 700 kids at the tournament.
That's wonderful. How many do you have involved here in Owatonna?
If they all would show up, we would end up with around 50 to 60 kids, but we average 15 to 25 every league day.
And things are starting up right now for the youth, correct?
Correct. December is our big month to start the kids,
So
get them rolling.
If someone was interested in pool, but maybe had never played, would like to come down and get a feel for it, can they come here?
They can. And if I haven't seen them, I usually approach them and say, oh, if you're playing pool, are you interested in getting in our youth league?
Okay,
so
all right.
that's kind of my way, and I have a lot of adults that play, which Sean is one of them.
Right,
He's played in my youth league, and now his kids participate in my youth league. So it's been a fun tradition watching him grow up as a kid and a fine young adult.
I'm going to talk to Sean here. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Thank you for taking time out to come down.
Thank you for having me.
Sean, what do you suppose has contributed to the longevity of pool?
Just the pure pleasure of the sport, getting to know people. It's really a social event.
And what do you find the skill involved in pool as you were growing up? The skill that you developed, how did it help you?
Well, as far as a pool player, I mean, just being able to slow things down, be more analytical, take looks, and honestly watching older, better players and striving to be like them and take cues from them.
It's something you've obviously enjoyed. You're a family man now?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
And have you included your family in pool playing?
Yeah, I have 3 children that come down and play on Saturdays.
And do they compete in the tournaments as well?
Yeah, when they can, yes.
And what do you enjoy about that, being able to interact with your family?
Watching them grow, watching them
progress.
Yeah, their ability to pick up on things quicker than I thought would be possible is pretty amazing.
As an adult, do you still play pool?
Oh, very much.
Are you in competition at all in any of the leagues?
Yeah.
And what do you find the most challenging about the pool game of pool?
Just the competition. I mean, every week we play on Wednesday nights, and Dan and I play in the upper league.
Against each other.
Yeah, and it's really amazing to just either watch somebody roll or run out yourself. It feels good when you do it or when you play a shot that you know you should be able to make, and then doing it in such a manner is that everything falls in line.
Would you say there's a science and a theory behind it?
Sure. I it's one of those things where, yeah, there is a science, but when it comes down to it, until you play it, until you actually put muscle memory to the ball and to the cue, it's just paper and pen. But you really need to be able to feel it, and it's an amazing feeling. So.
How many years have you been involved now since you've been young, and you're still young, but younger, and now with your own family?
25 years.
Wow, so it'll be an endless thing for you and your family.
Yeah, I would like to think so. Should my children choose to keep it going, yeah.
Our wives play together, our wives are on the same team, so that's
so
how we tie together
so
also.
There's even competitive teams.
Correct.
As you
competitive couples.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And do you have a pool table at home that you practice on?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the people that are our caliber player will have their own table, or they'll be down here like these gentlemen behind us shooting often.
So there's probably people out there watching, children out there watching that might be interested in coming down and giving it a hand. Would they be welcome here to try it out? Because maybe they don't have a pool table of their own.
They would. Actually, we go from Saturdays from 2 to 5, and you show up, you pay $5, and you're guaranteed you play 3 different kids for sure, maybe 4 based on the number of kids, and you're guaranteed 6 to 8 games off of that $5, and you get to interact with all these. We go ages 7 to 20, and so you're playing 7-year-olds get to interact with 20-year-olds, and it's fun watching these older kids that have been through the program develop these younger kids. They're actually helping them with skills and, telling them what shots they could be taking and not taking. And it's just, that's my enjoyment of the whole thing. My daughter didn't actually play in pool when I started this. It was more for a business aspect, but I enjoy it so much and being around it. And like I said, watching Sean played with my nephew on a nationals team and taking them there and watching them grow as not only pool players, but more so as individuals is what I really enjoy about it.
So if I just showed up and I'm a young youth and I just know what I've seen on TV, would you help me learn how to hold a stick and how to play the game?
One of the nice things, I try. I kind of get sidetracked because, sometimes business sidetrack. When it's busy, I have to walk away, but I have a lot of parents like Sean and some others that they jump in and help also. And that's the nice part of them being a part of the program. They realize that I'm only one guy.
Yeah.
And that many kids it's hard to deal with all of them, and we try.
Let's go over the numbers. What is the pool schedule here at Wagner's Lunch?
There's pool league, adult leagues on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights.
Okay.
And then there's youth league on Saturday afternoons.
Okay. So just give you a call?
Yep.
And what's your number?
507-451-0931.
Okay, thanks, Dan. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Linda.
Wag's Lunch.
Wag's Lunch, yes.
What are the hours there, Wagner's Lunch?
7:30 in the morning till 4, except for Wednesday and Thursday, we're here till 9.
Okay, great.
So you can get a burger in the evening if you want one.
Okay, thank you for all you do for Owatonna Youth.
No, I appreciate you coming down, Linda.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, Sean. We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed meeting Nancy Ness, the new director at the Steele County Food Shelf, and we hope you enjoyed visiting at Wagner's Lunch with Dan Kubista to learn all about the Youth Pool League. It's that time where we read our community announcements. You are invited to Steele County Humane Society's Mary Market, Saturday, December 17th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Owatonna's Eagle Club, and Santa will be available for pictures there. The Owatonna Public Library is having their After Christmas annual book sale Tuesday, December 27th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Wednesday, December 28th, 9 to 1. Hardcover and large soft covers will be 25 cents. Small paperbacks will be 10 cents and AV will be 25 cents and up or as marked. Owatonna winter parking regulations are in effect from September 15th through March 31st. On even-numbered calendar days, park on the even side of the street between 12 and 12 noon. On odd-numbered calendar days of the week, park on the odd-number side of the street between 12 a.m. and 12 noon. Be our guest, serving community meals in God's name. Free meals are available each week in Owatonna at the following locations. On Tuesday at St. Joseph's Catholic Church, on Wednesdays at Bethel Baptist Church, and on Sunday at Trinity Lutheran Church. Well, that's all we have for you today. We hope that you will join us on Monday when our guests will be Carlson Branstad CPAs, and then also we'll be learning all about the community dinners that go on here in Owatonna. Until then, hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to join us on Monday.